Hi, I'm Carl Kim, the professor of horn and humanities at Del Mar College and the third horn in the Corpus Christi Symphony. I was asked to introduce a few works that have a basis in Christmas that are maybe not familiar to most folks. And one of the first ones I want to do is a work by Ralph Vaughan Williams. It's his Hodie, a criminally neglected work that more people ought to know about. It doesn't get performed often because it's very expensive, it's a big production, although the Corpus Symphony did do one movement of it a few years ago, but it's a work worthy of note, and everyone should be aware of that particular composition. This is the March of the Three Kings section, about 10 minutes from the end of the work. In the Baroque period, they had developed this instrument, which you could change the keys of, so it could play in all the keys according to the different lengths that you could add or subtract to it. So in this case, I'm going to play in what would be the Baroque key of F, sounds like our E today. And I should mention that the horn has a reputation for being a difficult instrument to play. Now, I think the violin is difficult. Horn is really not difficult. It's just treacherous. If you do the slightest thing wrong, the result is you miss a note. There are other instruments that don't miss notes as much, but that's the problem with the horn. You hear that happen, and here it's a very treacherous instrument, unlike the modern instruments, but they had time to practice and weren't spending their hours online. So this is from Bach's Cantata number 4, the opening section. In the late 1800s, Richard Wagner had very grand ideas of what he wanted an orchestra to sound like, and he felt there should be an instrument that was somewhere between a horn and a tuba, trombone, in that zone. And he consulted a number of instrument makers, among them Adolphe Sax, who made saxophones and a few other instruments. And there was this instrument called the Wagner Tuba that was the result. It's played with a horn mouthpiece, same length as a horn, but it has a different configuration and has a sound much different, more euphonium-like. And this is an excerpt from Prokofiev's Lieutenant Kije, the Troika, which is the sleigh ride, basically. A lot of traditions, symphonic traditions, in performing music specifically for Christmas time. And we're very fortunate that we have an orchestra in this city that can do that sort of thing. And it would be nice to hear a Bach cantata, the Vaughan Williams Hodie, the Honegger, Cantique de Noël. There are just a number of works. There's even the more modern Many Moods of Christmas. That's a very loved large-scale work for chorus and orchestra. So there's a lot of history, there's a lot of human connectivity in what these instruments are, and I think it's something that kind of brings a lot of different cultures, different people together, and it's just all about buzzing your lips into a type of a horn.